This is the all-new BMW 3 Series Touring, the 6th generation of the car that proved estate cars can also be sporty. And here are the carwow top 10 things you need to know about it. The new BMW 3 Series Touring is longer, taller and wider than the car it replaces, but it's still instantly recognisable as a 3 Series. Up front you get a huge kidney grille and BMW's familiar twin headlights split by a barb in the front bumper. As you'd expect, there's a Hofmeister kink around the side, while at the back you get twin exhaust pipes which pass the carwow plastic roll of truth test. Anyway, which posh estate car puts the style into your lifestyle? Click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen to vote which you think looks the best. The 3 Series Touring, Volvo V60 Estate, Mercedes C-Class Estate, or Audi A4 Avant. BMW has sold 1.7 million 3 Series Tourings since the car first went on sale in 1987, but it may never have been developed if it wasn't for a rogue BMW engineer, Max Reisbach. He wanted a 3 Series that was spacious enough for a family holiday, and in the mid-80s set about turning a wrecked E30 saloon into the world's first BMW Touring. Max's friends loved the finished car, and so did BMW's executives, who decided to put it into production. And the rest, as they say, is history. You can expect the new BMW 3 Series Touring to cost about £1,500 more than the equivalent saloon when it goes on sale later this year. That means the entry-level 320i will start from around £34,000. However, a top-of-the-range M340i xDrive with options will be in excess of £50,000. So to see how much you can save on a new car, click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen to go to carwow, where you can save an average of £3,600 without having to haggle. If you liked the old BMW 3 Series Touring, but just wish its boot could store 2.5 more Coke bottles, then there's some good news. The new 3 Series Touring's boot has a capacity of 500 litres, which is 5 litres bigger than the old cars. That makes it a little larger than a Mercedes C-Class Estate's boot, but ever so slightly smaller than an Audi A4 Avant. Though once again, I'm talking mere Coke bottles here, people. With the back seats folded down, you have a total capacity of 1,500 litres, plus the larger opening and slightly lower load height over the old cars should make this latest 3 Series Touring even easier to load. Also, you can now get it with anti-slip rails as an option. They rise out of the floor to keep your luggage in place when you're driving like a loon. Even basic sport versions of the 3 Series Touring come with decent levels of kit, including 17-inch alloy wheels, automatic lights and wipers, 3-zone climate control, acoustic glass for the front windows, a 100-watt stereo with 6 speakers, and automatic emergency braking. M Sport Plus Edition models sit at the top of the range. They get kits such as uprated sports brakes, adaptive suspension, and 19-inch alloy wheels. There's a choice of 3 petrol and 3 diesel engines with the new 3 Series Touring. The 150 horsepower 2-litre diesel in the 318D is the most economical. BMW says it can do 65 miles per gallon. It can still sprint from 0 to 60 in 8.9 seconds. The quickest model is the M340i petrol. It has a 3-litre straight-six turbo with 374 horsepower, and it also gets an 8-speed automatic gearbox and 4-wheel drive. It does 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds, but should be able to do around 40 miles per gallon. If you're careful, which of course you won't be. If you want a BMW 3 Series Touring that is as eco-friendly as possible, you want the 330e plug-in hybrid. It can travel around 37 miles on battery power alone, is exempt from paying London's congestion charge, and will be very cheap to run, even if you'll never get near the 155 miles a gallon BMW claims it's capable of. Power comes from a 2-litre 184 horsepower petrol engine mated to a 68 horsepower electric motor to produce a combined 252 horsepower. Thanks to BMW's extra boost function, you also get an extra 40 horsepower for 10-second bursts of acceleration, allowing the 330e to go from 0 to 60 in just 6.1 seconds. The BMW 3 Series Touring gets a 9-inch infotainment system with a personal assistant that's a little bit like Apple's Siri. You just need to say, "Hey BMW," to wake it up, and then you can control many of the car's features via voice commands. Meanwhile, M Sport models boast a superior 10-inch main screen, which is connected to the internet, allowing the sat-nav to do stuff like find you a parking space near your intended destination. The M Sport also gets a 12-inch digital driver's display instead of normal dials. Lovely. The new 3 Series Touring is about 10 kilograms lighter than the old model. Yeah, I know, big deal, eh? More importantly though, its body is 25% stiffer for a sharper driving experience. The M Sport Plus package makes the 3 Series even better to drive. It adds electronically controlled dampers so you can stiffen the suspension for better control in the bends, and variable sports steering to make the car feel more direct in the corners. If you pay extra for the optional driving assistance professional pack, the 3 Series Touring can pretty much drive itself on the motorway. It will also help steer you around obstacles to prevent a collision if there isn't enough space for the standard fit automatic emergency braking to stop the car in time. The pack also includes something called Reversing Assistant. This can replay your last 50 metres of steering inputs in reverse to help you back out of a tricky situation. If only you could do that for your personal life. Wouldn't that be perfect? Please subscribe to this channel for more videos, and if you click on the deals box to the right, you can see how much you can save on a new car at CarWow, or click on the video windows below to watch another of my videos.